Memes have undeniably left an insane impact on modern pop culture, and there's been a wide variety of memorable memes over the past decade, from the iconic classics to whatever the hell this thing is. But one meme that has taken the internet by storm over the last year is the 6'7" kid, which, if you somehow don't know, is a kid just raising his hands up and down while saying 6'7", and it is quite possibly gotta be one of the dumbest things in recent memory. However, like I just said, it has become one of the most viral sensations I've ever seen. Everyone loves doing that stupid hand gesture, and it seems to never get old for a lot of these folks. But never in my life did I expect this meme to ever appear in a movie, let alone a horror-themed one. But never say never, I guess, because it was revealed that the upcoming Scary Movie 6 is going to include a 6'7" joke. I really wish I was lying. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel and like this video, and if you do all of that, then you are officially groovy. And now let's talk about 6'7". So last week was the annual CinemaCon event, which is a 4-day event that's all about the movie industry and features first looks at some upcoming movies, including the new Spaceballs movie, which I am so excited to see. Holy shit, Rick Moranis is back, guys. But that's not what we're talking about, so moving on. But one of the presentations at the show was revealing some footage for the next installment in the Scary Movie franchise. And in it, they revealed some different clips that'll be shown in the movie. And if you're watching this and want absolutely zero spoilers for Scary Movie 6, I'd suggest skipping maybe the next few seconds of the video. Even though, like, why did you click on this video in the first place? But some of the scenes they showed included their version of Ghostface in a scene referencing Get Out, where he's floating in another dimension saying, "I'm high as f***," which admittedly is kind of funny, I can't lie. Some of the other clips include references to movies like The Substance, Sinners, Longlegs, and Smile. But the one that caught my attention the most, and the reason why I'm making this video in the first place, is a clip parodying the now Oscar-winning movie Weapons, which feels very weird to say, but hey, it's the truth. And the clip in question parodies the famous scene from the beginning of the movie with all the kids running in the dark. You know, the image they use for a lot of the marketing for this movie. Very iconic stuff. But in said scene, one of the kids is repeatedly yelling 6'7" and then gets hit by a car, which you've probably seen in the trailer. So yeah, that's certainly a thing that was filmed and then edited into the final cut of this movie. Now, look, if you had told me that a new horror movie was coming out, a movie meant to intentionally scare you, and then mention that there was going to be a reference to the 6'7" kid, I would have just left right on the spot. But I'm not feeling that way this time around because, well, it's a scary movie film, aka a parody movie. I mean, if we're gonna be completely honest for a second, you could argue that these aren't even horror movies to begin with. I'd say they are strictly comedies that happen to also pay homage to all these different horror movies from throughout the years. But not to mention, it's made plenty of jokes towards all other types of pop culture outside of the horror genre. It's purely all for shits and giggles. You wouldn't expect this kind of humor in a legit horror movie. Like, if you were watching a Halloween movie and then all of a sudden Laurie Strode says, "Hey Michael, 6'7", that simply just wouldn't happen. So I can totally understand why they would want to include it in this movie. All that being said, however, I'm actually kind of confused as to why they even included a 6'7" reference in the first place. Now, you might be saying, oh, it's because it's a super popular thing right now. And yeah, I can definitely understand that aspect, but here's the thing. while the scary movie films definitely take a crack at making fun of several pop culture things, they are also movies clearly targeted towards adults. The reason why they're so popular in the first place is because they include a lot of crude and edgy humor that a good amount of people may find offensive. I mean, let's not forget, this is the same franchise that gave us Doofy. And while I did also say that the 6-7 meme is incredibly popular with a lot of people, the vast majority of said people are young kids. So it feels a little weird to include a joke that only children find funny in an adult comedy movie. Like, imagine a bunch of adults going to see Scary Movie 6 and the 6-7 scene comes up. I guarantee you a lot of them are probably going to be asking themselves, why was that kid chanting 6-7? So it's like, are they also trying to get kids to see this movie as well? Are they expecting the same audiences from the Minecraft movie to throw popcorn everywhere when the kid yells 6-7? I highly doubt that that's gonna happen, because it'd be kind of awkward to take a little kid to see this movie and the only thing they'd understand is the 6-7 reference and not all the other very grown-up things this movie has to offer, like political jokes and dildos and gay jokes and severed testicle. Okay, you get the idea. It's kind of like that one episode of South Park that came out last year that was all about 6-7. Like, yeah, kids would probably laugh at that, but are they gonna understand the more mature things that the episode also tackles? Not to mention, should they even be watching that stuff in the first place? Obviously, I'm aware that they're not catering towards the younger demographic like that, but it still feels kind of odd to include a brain rot meme in a movie meant for adults. Really, the only logistical way I could see them including the 6-7 meme in this movie is because they're probably expecting a lot of teenagers to see this movie, which makes the most sense to me. Since teenagers are the middle ground between fully grown adults and adolescent kids, they'd probably more understand all the adult humor while also getting a kick out of the 6-7 joke. But I don't know, I just think it's a really weird choice to include a Gen Alpha brain rot meme in a comedy movie that makes fun of the horror genre. I understand it's funny and popular and all of that, and also that this movie is poking fun at all these pop culture things that happened over the last decade, but in the context of this situation, it just feels out of place to me. But what do you guys think about this? Is it a good idea to include the 6-7 meme in a big blockbuster comedy or not? Is this gonna be your selling point to 6-7 your way over to the movie theater to see Scary Movie 6? That was a dumb joke, I'm sorry. But anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. See ya.